welcome to Lessons from a Park Bench. I'm Michael Clark. I'm your host for this show. Today we're going to talk about David and Goliath, the smooth stone battle. We're going to look at 3 points from David's perspective. Number 1, David was not a soldier. 1 Samuel 17 and verse 33 states that. Saul tells David, you can't go to war because you're not a soldier. But David tells him that I slew a lion and a bear, and the God that was with me will be with me now. Teenagers, if you're watching, you don't have to be a preacher, you don't have to be an adult to teach the gospel. All you have to have is a knowledge of what your friends ask to be able to give them a good answer. David was not a soldier, and yet he was able to kill Goliath. Number 2, David kept things simple. Saul gave David his armor, and when David put it on, it wasn't proved for him, and so it didn't fit. So David said, no, I don't need that, and he went to a brook and picked up 5 smooth stones, and he had a staff and he had a sling. These were his weapons of choice. These were the weapons that he was going to use. David kept things simple. And number 3, David trusted God. In 1 Samuel 17, 45 through 50, we see that David and Goliath finally meet. And Goliath is really taunting David. And David tells him, I'm on God's side, God's on my side, and the God that I serve is going to help me take you down. And then we know that David put a stone in a sling and swung it around and threw it towards Goliath, and it pierced his head, and Goliath fell. And then in verse 50, David went over and cut off Goliath's head. Teenagers, be like David. You don't have to be a soldier to understand the Bible. You don't have to be a preacher to understand it. You can do it on your own. Keep things simple. Don't try to make a huge, long explanation when it's very simple. And finally, trust in God. I want to thank you for watching Lessons from a Park Bench. See you next time.